Hey guys, unfortunately we have a very disturbing story today regarding a father who beat his 5-year-old son to death for watching a TV program he disapproved of. According to iTeam News, police took 33-year-old Gerald Oglesby into custody Wednesday on a charge of open murder. Henderson Police said they received a 911 call from Oglesby around 1:30 a.m. Wednesday saying his son was unresponsive. Oglesby told a dispatcher that the last time he saw his son breathing was about 13 minutes before he called police, according to a report. Police officers and firefighters arrived at the home in the 700 block of Center Street, finding the 5-year-old laying on a couch with visible injuries to his face and torso. A neighbor who lives directly below Oglesby told investigators earlier in the night she heard loud noises and believed it was a body being thrown onto the ground. She said the loud thumping continued for about 2 hours. So the 5-year-old was watching TV in Oglesby's bedroom with characters that were, quote, adult age, deemed inappropriate by Oglesby, police reported. Oglesby then took off an electric cable on a cable box and began to whip the child, causing the boy's chin to split open and bleed profusely, according to the police reports. Later in the evening, Oglesby began whipping the child again. Gerald explained as soon as he struck the boy in the abdomen, he knew he struck him too hard. The child then had difficulty walking and began to vomit, police said. He did not call for help immediately. Oglesby attempted CPR after his child stopped breathing, but then when he figured out that his attempts at CPR failed, he texted his sister saying the boy had died because he had whipped him too hard. According to police, Gerald was awarded custody of his son in February of 2021. Court records obtained by the I-Team show that the boy's mother had petitioned for custody several times. Okay guys, so this was a horrific tragedy that resulted in a death of a minor due to the barbaric actions of Gerald. Now, I know what some of you might have been thinking, like what possessed the father to get so enraged about a TV program that he would beat his child to death? Well, according to some unreliable sources that I cannot verify myself, but the rumor has it that the child was watching a TV program with 2 men kissing on the screen. I heard this rumor from multiple sources, but I can't say this with certainty. But if this is 100% true, then it was highly unfortunate, because I understand if he thought that his son watching sexual actions or whatever, right, on screen at 5 years old was inappropriate. I mean, most people would agree. So what you do is turn off the TV, put some parental controls, have a discussion with your child. You don't beat him to death with an electrical cord. See, this is the kind of ignorance that plagues children nowadays, especially with parents who can't handle the situation accordingly. Because I understand there are parents that view that kind of behavior with 2 men kissing on screen, for example, as immoral or inappropriate. That's completely fine. The way you run your household is on you. But there are ways to deal with it. This 5-year-old child probably didn't know what the fuck was going on, yet he beat him to death. So my thing is, if you don't approve of these things, there are ways in which you can teach your child about how to avoid certain content and material without having to, you know, kill them. This is one of the dumbest stories I had to cover, because it just really shows that some parents think that violence is the only way to discipline their child. And I'm not saying that corporal punishment isn't something that parents shouldn't be able to use. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying that the manner in which he beat his child was cruel. It was unusual. He shouldn't have done it. Not in that way. There are ways to parent children, and this isn't the way. And a lot of people might be wondering how he won custody over his child. But I'm assuming the reason he probably won custody over the child is because the mother was probably doing something highly inappropriate. So this child was doomed from the start because he grew up in a broken household. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, and tell me, how would you handle this situation? If you were a parent, or maybe you are a parent, how would you deal with your child watching a program you deem inappropriate? Let me know that in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.